Hello and welcome back to our channel. You picked a great day to be here. We are in southern Utah. The sun is shining, the Martian red dirt is literally everywhere, and we've got red rocks behind us. If you pay attention, maybe you can see a little coyote running around behind me. I don't know, but it is a beautiful day to move. My name is Chris. I'm going to be your coach and your guide as we rock this lower body strength and mobility workout. Today we're going to be really burning the buns, the thighs, and always rocking the core. We're going to get right to it. We're going to start with a nice forward fold. Take a deep breath. Inhale those arms up overhead. As you exhale, we're going to forward fold all the way down. Let the crown of your head hang heavy. Let your ears fall between your biceps and just start to breathe here. If you want to grab onto opposite arms for ragdoll, feel free. Maybe you want to grab onto the backs of your legs. Maybe you want to try to draw your nose a little closer to your knee and just start to shift your weight up into your toes and then back into your heels. Finding your rhythm. If you want to drop your hands to the ground, you can walk your hands over to the right and then over to the left, just starting to wag out that tailbone. And then we're going to slowly roll up nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your head be the last thing to roll up. When you get to the top, drop one ear to one shoulder, tuck the chin, take it over to the other side. Just start to open up through the neck here. Perfect. And then you're going to take your left hand on your left hip, take that right arm, reach it over, open up your chest to the sky, look up at it. Breathe here. Take a deep breath in. Inhale all that good new energy you came here to get. You are leaving the stale energy behind, taking in that new energy. Take a deep breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, kick yourself off that side. Catch yourself on the other. Open up your chest to the sky. Look up at it. Breathe. Acknowledge yourself for showing up today. Acknowledge yourself for being here. Recognize the effort that you've put in to get this far. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, come on up nice and tall. Now take your feet a little bit wider. You're going to grab your hands behind the back, clasp them together, and then you're just going to fold forward. Let those hands fall away from the body. Shift your weight up into your toes, back into your heels again. Wagging the tail, stretching through the shoulders, breathing. Good, now go ahead and release your hands down to the ground. Take your feet really wide here. Now go ahead and walk your hands over to one side. Grab onto that ankle, that shin, or that calf, whatever feels good. Just draw your nose close to your knee. Deep breath, inhale. As you exhale, walk your hands to the center and then go over to that other side. Breathing here. Good. Now come back to the center, roll on up nice and slow. We're gonna open up those hips. So I want you to drop deep into those hips. Your feet are really wide. You're gonna bend way down, use your elbows, push the knees out, draw that chest nice and proud. And I want you to just start to sway here through your weight. So you can shift through your toes and your heels. Ultimately, you want to keep those heels driven in. So if you need to lean up against something, feel free. And if you're just working on it, know that with each movement, you'll get more and more mobile. So if those heels are not driven in, if you're more up here and you just can't seem to get it, be patient. Every movement, you'll get a little more mobile. Take a couple more breaths here. Deep breath in. And then exhale, we're going right into a fold forward. So drop that head down towards the ground, wag out the tail, deep breath in, and then exhale again, drop the hips, bend the knees, come back into that hip opener, elbows push the knees out, your chest is proud, you are breathing. Good, deep breath, inhale. Exhale, fold forward, drop the head. This is the last forward fold, so enjoy it. And from here, we're going to roll all the way up nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your head be the last thing to roll up. And now we're going to start to work on our squats and still opening up the hips. Feet a little bit wider than hip width. Your toes point right out in front of you. Sit back into the hips. Drop down into your squat. Keep your chest proud. As you come up, you're just going to open up that hip. So make it big, nice, round with that knee. Come up. You're going to have to find that balance. So we're going to grip the floor with whatever foot that you are stabilizing on. You want to grip the floor with those toes. Activate that arch up in your foot. Keep your breath. Open it up. Take it nice and slow. If you need to hold onto a wall or a chair, feel free. We will be doing a balancing move today. So if you have a little bit of a harder time with balance, go ahead and grab you a chair or something that you can use to lean up against. We're going to go for 2 more squats. And then last one, inhale, sink. Exhale, drive up. Open through the hip, beautiful. Now plant both your feet into the floor. Your knees a little bit softer. Shift your hips towards the back wall. Bring your hands up towards your ears. And from here, I want you to reach overhead, grab, and then pull down, squeezing those shoulder blades down and back. Good. Keep your breath. Keep that chest nice and proud. You're not rounded through the back. You're not here. Chest proud, hips back. Good. Let's go for 3 more pulls. Last 2. And then 1 more. And now we are going to get right into our movement. Like I said, if you need to balance on something, please feel free to grab it. Otherwise, if you want to grab a booty band and or a small weight, you can do that as well to make this a little bit more challenging. I'm just going to be using my body, so you should find what works for you. The first thing we're going to do is all going to be lunges and squats. So you're going to pick one foot, you're going to grip the floor with those toes, you're going to step that foot way back behind you into a reverse lunge. Now the bigger the step that you can take, the better. You're going to drop that back knee towards the ground, then you're going to shoot it over to the side a little bit for that curtsy lunge, drop it down, pop it right back behind you again for that reverse lunge, drop it down. From there, you're going to plant the foot, go into 2 squat presses. So squat, press, squat, press, and then we go right in to the next side. Reverse lunge, curtsy, reverse lunge, squat, press, and we're gonna continue there. Now, if you have any knee issues, please remove that curtsy lunge. Just stay here with your reverse lunge, get you a couple pulses, and make sure those knees are always driving out. But if you have healthy knees and you feel good, please feel free to add that curtsy lunge. The second move that we're gonna do today is a single leg hinge press with a small hop. Again, you're gonna grip the floor with one foot on your toes. And then you're going to pull those shoulder blades down, chest proud. You're gonna inhale as you hinge down. Exhale, squeeze your butt, come back up, press that weight or your arms up overhead. And then if you can, give a small hop to the side, and we're gonna stay there one side at a time. The last thing that we're going to do is sit back into those hips, pull those knees apart against that band. If you've got a weight, you're holding on to it, and we're gonna make a square. So you can use the size of your mat if you're using one, or just make a square in your mind. We'll start by going back, and then we'll go to the side, and then we'll move forward, and then we'll go back to the side. And then when we get closer to the end, I'll lead you through some pulses and different variations. But those are our 3 moves. I'll be walking you through some modifications as we get there, but we're starting with our lunges and our squat press. So start by standing nice and tall, shoulder blades down, ribs pulled in, head high, and here we go. You're gonna step it way back behind you, drop for reverse lunge, kick it to the side curtsy, kick it right behind you. Exhale, drive that knee up, hold it for just a pause if you can. Plant the foot, inhale, squat press for 1, inhale, exhale for 2, and then we're going right into the other side. So grip the floor with those toes, step it back, reverse, curtsy, reverse. Drive that knee up to your chest if you can. If not, just tap. Plant both feet, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now that you know what we're doing, if you want to go your own pace, maybe you want to go a little bit slower, maybe you want to speed it up, feel free to go your own pace. Just try to hold that knee up to the chest just for a pause if you can, so you can really practice on that balance. Now I want you to drive through your heels here. Your toes should be nice and light, but they should be gripping the ground, but you should be able to really drive through those heels. Your chest is proud. Your chest is lifted, so you're definitely not here. You're sitting back, chest proud, and pop. If you're having a little bit of trouble with that, you could just be lacking a little bit of mobility, which you'll gain. Otherwise, just keep going. Plant, squat, press. 1 more. Good, make sure those knees are constantly driving out. You're pushing out against your band if you're wearing one. If you break your band, you win the prize. I don't know what the prize is, but if you break your band, you should let me know. Keep going. Breathing. We've only got a few more to go, so you're almost there. Squeeze and hold. Oop. Plant the foot. Inhale, sink, press. Inhale, sink, press. Good. Let's get this one last side all together. This is the last round. Exhale, squeeze and hold. Plant. Inhale, sink, press. 1 more. And release. Perfect. We're going to move into that single leg hinge, squeeze, press, and hop. If you need to remove the hop, please feel free and just stay on one side, hinge and press. Otherwise, here we go. Grip the floor with those toes. Inhale, hinge, come up, press overhead, give a small little hop if you can, and then keep going. If at any point you need to take that foot, touch the floor like I just did, to help you find a little bit of balance, you know you can. Sometimes balance is a little bit trickier, and some days it really just comes to you easy. But it is true, if you don't use it, you will absolutely lose it. So keep going. This ground is super unstable too, which makes it all that much more challenging, which I can appreciate. So just keep going. If you're struggling, you see me struggling too, so it's okay. And if you're rocking it, good for you. Balance is not something that we want to lose. All right, we got one more hop, one last hinge, one last press for this side, and then we switch it out. Plant that other foot, grip the floor with your toes, activate your arch, hinge, squeeze, press. Now give a little hop if you can. Remember, always feel free to take that foot and plant it down. And if you need to be doing this on 2 feet, please do. That 1 foot is great. But you know what, if it's just not for you today, maybe that's something that you can work up to, and that is beautiful too. Keep your breath, inhale, hinge, exhale, come up, pop up overhead, and give a small hop. My balance is not great today, but you know what? That's okay. I'm on uneven ground. I'm not gonna beat myself up over it. And if you're having the same problem, I hope you're not either, because it's all just movement. It's nothing to take too seriously. It's all just practice. Okay, I'm gonna redo that one. Hinge, press, give a little hop. Let's go one more hinge and press, and then we are done. Beautiful, rest it out. Go ahead and take your band, place it right above your knees if you're gonna use one. If you're using a weight, hold it close to that chest. We're gonna start to make that square. If you've got a mat laid out, use the square on your mat. If you don't, just pick out a small space. It doesn't have to be big. We're gonna start by sitting back into the hips, drop it down, pull the knees out, and take off. I'm gonna start by going back, pushing back, pushing back. Now I want you to push off the side you're leaving. Don't reach with that front foot, but push with that back, and then bring it forward, and then over to the side. I want you to just keep that going. Keep that chest nice and proud. Your breath should be strong and fluid. Don't let your breath leave you. And you want your steps to be small. You don't want to be here or there's no tension in the band. So really spread out those feet, push out those knees, and make sure that you are feeling the burn. Good job, keep going. If you're burning, you're changing. So just keep breathing. It takes a lot of effort to make that massive change in the body. So when you're feeling that burn, don't get frustrated. If you need to stand up and wiggle it out, you can, but then come back to us. Keep your movement. Good, you're just gonna keep on just like that. And push, and push, and push. Walk it back. Good. To the side. Remember, you're pushing off that back leg. You're not reaching with the front. And forward. And push. All right, now I want you to find where you're at. Pause. Take it down low. I want you to pulse. Pulse. So your toes are light, your heels are driven in. Your baby pulsing. Stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, big squeeze. Tuck your pelvis, squeeze your butt, and then sit it back down. Stay there. Pause. Pulse. 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 Stay there for 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Big squeeze. We're gonna go one more set of pulses. Sit it back, load up the heels, load up the glutes. Keep the core tight. Everything should be really tight, like you've got a corset on. You're pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand and squeeze, release, kick off your band. We're gonna get some water, and then we are gonna get right back into it, starting with our lunges. Water break. Okay. All right, we are getting right back into it. Pick a foot, chest proud, grip the ground with your toes to activate the arch. Step it back, reverse, curtsy, reverse, squeeze and hold, plant, squat press for 2, squat press for 1. Pick that other foot, reverse, curtsy, reverse, squeeze and hold, plant, squat press, squat press. You can see there's a lot of balance in this movement, and it's all for good reason. You do not want to be losing your balance. Inhale, sink, press. Inhale, sink, press. Good. Keep that going. Just keep that chest nice and proud. Omit your curtsy lunge if you need to. Good job. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Just keep breathing. Plant the foot. Squat, press. One more. Beautiful. I want you to think of all that change you're creating in your body when you're burning. I want you to just keep going because it's all worth it. Beautiful. Reverse, curtsy, reverse, drive and hold, plant, squat press 2, squat press 1, and back. Good job. Rest it out if you need to, but come back when you can. One more. Good, let's go one more on each side, and then we're gonna move along. Exhale, squeeze. Plant, inhale, sink, press. Inhale, sink, press. And then let's get one more side. Reverse, curtsy, reverse. Exhale, squeeze and hold. Plant the foot. Inhale, squat, press, 2. Inhale, squat, press, last one. And release. Good job. We're gonna move into our hinge press with a hop. Remove your hop, remove the single leg, do it on 2 legs if you need to. Whatever feels good to you. Here we go. Pick a foot, grip the ground, activate the arch. Hinge, squeeze and press. Give a little hop. Hinge, squeeze and press. Give a little hop. Remember, you always want that chest proud. So you don't want to be hinging from here. You're not bending, you're not rounding the spine. Chest proud, tailbone back. And that's going to make sure that your body is happy and healthy and strong. And hop. Hinge, squeeze, press, and hop. Good, we've got about 4 more. Here's 4, and hop. Here's 3, and hop. Here's 2, and hop. Last one, inhale, exhale, press. Let's give one more hop just for the practice. Shake it out, and we're going right into the other side. Inhale, hinge, exhale, squeeze, press, and give a little hop. Remember, your hops don't have to be big. They can be very little. But if you're feeling it and you want to make a big hop, do that too. Otherwise, just do what your body will give you. Honor where you're at. Honor the movement, honor the effort that it takes to even just show up. That's often the hardest part, isn't it? Just hitting play, getting out your mat or getting out your attitude, whatever it is that you need in order to get your movement done. That can be very challenging to do. Press, good. Let's go 4 more. 4, hinge, press, and hop. Here's 3. Good job. Here's 2. Hinge, press, and the last one, hop, hinge, and press. Good job. We're going to move to that last move. Grab your band right above your knees. We're making that square. We're staying deep into our hips. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay. Shoulder blades down, ribs in, belly button in, head pulled back. Sit it back, drop it down, and we take off. Start it off whichever direction that you'd like. Push off that side you're leaving, and forward. Good. Load up those heels. I want your toes nice and light, and I want those heels driven in to the ground. You're breathing, you're working, you're burning. If you're burning, you're changing. So just keep going. Don't get frustrated. Don't get overwhelmed. It's just movement. You're doing a good job. Push. push, push, and forward. Good. Remember, the lower you can get into your squat, the more you're going to feel out of this. And the wider your steps are and the smaller your steps are, the more you're going to feel out of this. Good job. Just keep going. Got just a little bit longer here, and then we'll hit those pulses. Good. I'm going to take one more square, and then we're going to hit those pulses and those squeezes. And forward. To the side. Good. I want you to hold it there. Sink into your squat. Pulse, pulse. Good. Your ribs are pulled in. Your belly button's up and in. You're pushing your knees out. You're loaded through the heels. You pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, big squeeze. Squeeze your butt, tuck your pelvis, and then sit it back down. Pulse, pulse. Beautiful. Stay there. You know you got this. You're breathing. You're burning. 5, 4, 3, 2. Big exhale. We're going to do that 2 more times. Sit it back. Pulse, pulse. Toes are nice and light. Stay there for 5, for 4, 3, 2. Big exhale. Last one, just like I promised. Sit it back. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Stay there for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Big squeeze. And release. Beautiful. We are going to hit that cool down, but if you have the energy, if you have the time, please rewind this. Go through that one more time with me. Go through all 3 moves at least one more time, and then we'll cool it down together. All right, I just want you to take a few breaths. Stand nice and tall, in through the nose, out through the mouth. I want you to start to scan the body head to toe. Notice how good you feel after that movement versus before. Maybe you felt a little stale, a little stiff coming into this, didn't really want to, but you did it. You're accomplished, and you've done a good job. So just notice that. Recognize all that energy. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and come down onto the ground in whatever way feels good to you. We're going to lean back, take that left ankle over that right knee, and then you're going to keep those toes up nice and high. Push that knee away from the body, and you're just going to start to sway here if that feels good to you. Taking that heel a little bit closer to the ground. You should feel that opening up through the hip here. Taking a deep breath. Noticing how the breath is starting to calm. Notice how the body is starting to cool. Good, and then we're going to go ahead and switch that out. Plant that foot, opposite ankle over the knee, toes up high. Knee is pushing away from the body, starting to sway if it feels good. Be sure and honor yourself for everything that you did today, showing up for yourself, and honor your body for everything it gave you. We rag on our bodies all the time. It's too this, it's too that, it's not enough this, it's not enough that, but it gave you everything that you just asked for. So be sure to honor that, be grateful for it. And you're showing your gratefulness by showing up and taking care of yourself. We're going to go ahead and unwind. Find yourself a nice, comfortable seated position. We're going to take that left hand out to the side. Take that right arm, reach it over, open up your chest to the sky, look up at it. Breathing in all that good, fresh energy. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Kick yourself off that side. Catch yourself on the other. Deep breath in and exhale. Come on up nice and tall. The last thing we're going to do is roll the neck. Drop on your to one shoulder. Tuck the chin to the other side. Open through the neck. Good. And then we're going to take one breath together to close out. Inhale those arms up overhead. Think of all the things that make you happy, all the things that make your life full. And as you exhale, may you remember that you are a perfect expression of the one love that breathes in all of us. May the sun inspire you to shine your light. May the moon remind you to be brave enough to pierce the darkness. And may love surround your every breath. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for moving with me. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and leave a comment. You have no idea how much that helps our little channel, and there's nothing more that I could ask. So please be sure to share this with a friend. And if you're looking for a little bit more accountability, a little bit of coaching and weekly, monthly guidance for your movement, please be sure to check out our Thrive program. You can find that on our website at Unqpsq.com, and be sure to follow us on Instagram as well for a little bit more behind the scenes and extra motivation. You can find us over there as well at Unqpsq. Till next time.